Hello, welcome to Stampin' by Hannah. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me on Make It Monday, and I have this cute box for you today. I don't do a lot of box making. It is not my bag particularly, but I thought this box was just too cute not to share. It is a slimline box with a cute little milk bottle top closure, and I'm holding this one closed with one of these gorgeous gold I think they're the library clips. I need to double check that. You will find all the details over on my blog. Link as always in the down bar below. But this uses the Coffee Break Designer Series paper that I am absolutely obsessed with this month. It is part, or you can get it as part of my Stamp of the Month Club for February, which uses the what we're calling it, Coffee Cafe stamp set. And you can find all of the details about that over on my blog. I love my Stamp of the Month Club. Every month, my Stamp of the Month Club get a stamp set, a complete card kit, and heaps of ideas and inspiration. There are 4 taught cards, so it's like a class every month. And then there's always some extra bits too. So this is kind of part of that this month. Shall we get started? This one is in Garden Green with the Coffee Break Designer Series paper, and I have another one for you which is in Crumb Cake, and I have pulled out this pattern of the Coffee Break paper that I am just loving. I think it's probably because I'm a bit coffee obsessed at the moment. I'm a coffee person. My husband, I always think of James as being more of a tea person, but we recently bought a new Tassimo machine, and I love my Tassimo. I just gotta put that out there. Love my Tassimo. It's amazing. And so I've been trying lots of different coffee this month just because I can. James is funny. James doesn't like to use the Tassimo machine. James has a proper French press cafetiere that he uses just because he's rebelling against the fact that I bought a new Tassimo machine. Oh dear, I love him. He's a little bit strange, just like me. So I've pulled out my Simply Scored. I've got a piece of Crumb Cake cardstock that measures 6.5 by 6.5 inches square, or 16 by 16 centimetres if you're going to do the metric version. I will have all the measurements over on my blog, so don't worry about writing them down. Just click the link in the down bar below and we shall get started. So I'm going to score on the first side at 2 inches, 3, 5 and 6, which is 5 centimetres, 7.5 centimetres, 12.5 centimetres and 15. And I'm going to turn it around. And I'm going to score at 1, 5 and 6 inches, which is 2.5, 12.5 and 15 centimetres. So, super simple scoring. Because these people that do these fabulous complicated boxes are amazing, but really not me at all. I go nice, simple. As simple as I can possibly make it. Because, yeah, I've tried over the years, I've tried to be a complicated box maker, and I am not one. I am a complicated stamper, but I'm not a complicated box maker. So once all of those fold lines are folded and burnished, I would burnish them with your bone folder just to make sure you've got a nice crisp finish. I'm going to grab my Stampin' Up paper snips and I'm going to cut some of these pieces away. So if you hold your cardstock, you've got a skinny edge and then another fold. That's the top of your box, and this kind of fat bit here is the bottom. You've then got a skinny edge. Can you see that skinny edge there? This little rectangle we're going to chop away. Like so. And then we're going to chop up these score lines and chop into the squares, just to make sure that I need to put my teeth in today. I think I've had too much coffee. if you cut into the squares, don't cut into the rectangles, cut into the squares to make them that kind of shape, it helps to form the bottom of your box. It gives you a nice, neat bottom. If you don't cut the squares off, they don't always stick in properly, and you can end up with kind of wibbly bits. We don't want wibbly bits. We don't like wibbly bits, do we? As women, we don't like wibbly bits. So I'm going to grab my fast fuse. I'm going to run a line of fast fuse all the way along here. Actually, let's stick our designer series paper on first. Don't you love it when the person on camera hasn't got a clue what they're doing? Well, that's what you get when you're watching me. So I am going to just lay... There we go. I've got these cut in a certain way so that they are all the same piece of paper, and I've just chopped them, and I want them to match, basically. You can see that, although I think that was from that side, but never mind. Right, fast fuse on the back. I am fast fuse obsessed. I do have a snail. It doesn't get used very often. I tend to go for fast fuse. Just because I'm always a bit nervous of my cards and projects falling apart, and so I like to use something with a stronger feel to it, so that's why I grabbed my fast fuse. Not that I've ever had any of my cards fall to pieces, but I hope none of the recipients have either. So, and particularly if you're like designer series paper to cardstock like this on a flat surface, snails would be absolutely fine. You could totally snail those. To do the next bit, you want fast fuse or a strong or wet glue, because you want to make sure it's going to stick. So, fast fuse down this skinny edge here. And I've of course got some on my designer series on my grid paper, but that's okay. I'm going to fold that straight over like that. Then where that seam is, that's going to be the back of our box. I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to push the two squares in and the back, and then this piece here that is the front, I'm going to pop some more fast fuse on. Just get that all lined up like that, and there we have the basics of our box. Really, you could do anything you wanted with this top piece. What I have done is I've chosen to make a milk bottle top out of it. Milk bottle top? No, milk carton top. Can you tell that I've had too much coffee? So I'm going to push the two sides in just like so, just bend it a little bit, and that creates our cute little milk carton top. I can't speak. There we go. Pop one of those binder clips on it. Isn't that cute? I do have a little bit of stamping. I have grabbed the All Things Thanks stamp set. I love this. I make so many thank you cards, and so a fun thank you stamp set is always a must in my craft room. And this one is fabulous. I have pulled out this tiny wee little stamp that says thank you, and it's dead easily missed because it's this one here. You can see all the other ones that are kind of speak for themselves, but I think this is probably the handiest stamp in the set. I've got a scrap of Whisper White and my garden green ink. I'm going to ink that up. Straight down, straight up onto that piece of Whisper White. And then I am going to take my classic label punch to punch this out. Now, I haven't spoke about Stampin' Up punches in a while. I love mine. Love, love, love them. They are great. They fold flat for storage. How cool is that? It'll arrive, when you buy your punches, they'll arrive in a cellophane bag, just like that. And you want to turn them over and push this grey button up, and that will release the punch. So when you push it back together, you can pull that back again, and it will hold it flat. Isn't that cool? I store all of mine up that way in a drawer, which is starting to bow a little bit at the bottom, so I probably won't advise it. I probably need to look at an alternative storage solution, but I haven't got one at the moment. It will do. So I'm going to, and of course my piece of Whisper White cardstock is far, far, far smaller than my punch, so I'm going to use one of my other handy top tips. I always have a packet of Post-it notes on my desk. I'm going to attach my piece of Whisper White to my Post-it note, and then I've got it like a handle, so I can then insert that piece of cardstock into my punch, line that thank you up in the middle, and punch. It comes back out again. Isn't that, I think that's really handy. My post-it note handles technique. Right, the last bit is the Corrugated Element. So as you can see on this one, I've got this sentiment that's just on a little cute piece of corrugated card, and these are gorgeous. I think they're £3.25 for the entire packet, and they're just beautiful. And they're really cute. There's some little tea bag shaped ones. Isn't that cute? There are some hearts. I might have used all the hearts because I think the hearts are absolutely adorable. And then there are these kind of larger oval ones that are really handy for matting underneath little sentiments like this. So I have got a pack of mini dimensionals. I'm going to pop 2 onto the back of my sentiment piece. Now the reason I'm going to use mini ones is because it's only a cute little strip. It's tiny. So, little dimensional backs off, straight in the bin before I find them in peculiar places I don't want to mention. You do want to use dimensionals to stick anything onto these corrugated pieces, just because it's bumpy and they will stick better. I'm going to use another 2 mini dimensionals on the back of there to stick it onto the front of my cute box. And that is my cute little coffee break box. Thank you ever so much for joining me today here at Stampin' by Hannah. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.